Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing today? Just want to make sure all my stuff's working. Yeah. Just make sure everything's working okay. All right, guys. We got about 4 minutes before the market opens. My dog's kind of freaking out today. We have a thunderstorm happening, so she's kind of wigging. So you may see her in the background or hear her clicking across the floors. Ah, my stuff's taking forever to update. So pretty much the same setup as yesterday with the So we've already tapped the 9. We tapped that 20. Looks like we had a little bear flag set up right here. Yeah, so we had a little bear flag set up right here. That played out pre-market. Hopefully we don't lose power this morning. We have some bad storms coming. Just trying to make room for the puppy here. Lay down. Lay down. She's freaking out because we have thunderstorms. So once again, that 620 is going to be the line in the sand for the ES. What's up, W Trades? Can you see the puppy? She weighs about 70, 80 pounds. It'd be hard for me to pick her up. That's why I'm trying to like make room for her because she's trying to lay underneath the desk. Yeah, she's terrified of thunderstorms. All right, so the bear flag's continuing down. I was kind of watching for this trend line break here above the 60s. Yeah. All right. There's that. We got a trend line break on the ES. Let's see if this trend line break continues here. I'm going to follow it up a little bit just because I know it gets stuck at the 90. I wish I had a little bit better entry. Did I say it? I hate that it was going into that 90 level. That kind of scared me. Oh, we left it on the table, guys. Damn it. That was this is on the 3-minute chart. This was a 3-minute breakout here. Man, we left a lot on the table, guys. A lot on the table. I wasn't either. I just wanted to try that. I've been watching it all morning. I've been just kind of waiting for it to happen. I had it pre-drawed on here. I know we hit that 20 EMA so many times, and I figured next time we bust through it, we're going to go. And the ES got above that 20 level. So everything was just kind of working out there. But unfortunately, we only ended up getting $50 out of that, where we should have got the full one something. Wow, to the moon. To the moon. God, we left so many points. I wish I would have kept at least one runner going or something. Man. So I can't jump back in. So we all we can do now is watch. Wow. 100 points. My entry was 70. 370. Hmm. I'm kind of wondering if we got a lot of consolidation in this area. I wonder if it rejects here because this is the 200 and VWAP here. Wow. This thing's not slowing down. Wow. 100 so far, 100 and what, 35 points, and all I took was 10 points. I want to see a deep pullback here. I want to see something to get low back below the 200 moving average here. No. I'm still waiting for us to lose this 200 here. I feel like we lose this 200, we could have a decent pullback. Yeah. Man. You waiting for that push low? Yeah. Maybe a push down to the 72s. This is just 2 micros. We're going to keep it small. I forgot about the 90. If we don't push through. Ah, shoot. We might have bounced right there. It didn't touch. Oh no, it missed my. Oh, dang it. It literally won. It literally wicked me on that. Dang it. It literally missed me by like a quarter tick off of that freaking 9 EMA there. Yeah, I was trying to get that 9 push down. I mean, man, that was so close. The wick. We got up 15 points. We didn't quite get the 20. We're gonna hold it just because it's just one. My don't win one tick me again, guy. Okay. We're gonna target the 600s up there. That's yesterday. That's today's opening and yesterday's close. All right. We left about. We were shooting. We should have. I should have moved it up. I knew we were gonna get some kind of rejection up there. It's all right. All right. So good start this morning. What do we? We're at 151 just from trading a few micros, so not too bad. I might risk like 10 points on this or something, just one micro, because we might get stopped at the 15 minutes here. Okay. I forgot about the 15 minutes when I entered that. I was trying to take it down to the 9. Unfortunately, we were in the long on the setup. We just missed it. Our original long this morning was at 370. And I'm super nervous when it comes to these early morning trades. And man, we have gone up 200 points. Yeah, kind of making another little bear flag or bull flag, but man, I feel like 600 is definitely the target right now. I'm not going to push my luck and try that twice. I figure if I didn't get it on that run, we're just going to sit to the sideline. What's up? What's up, Constantine? Yeah, we've already taken 2 trades. Unfortunately, I paper handed the first one. My original entry was down at 370, and I got a little nervous around that 90. And so I moved it up to 10 points. It came back, stopped me out, then literally went up 100 points off the rip. And that was from a 3-minute trend line break. Well, this is on the 1 minute, but it was actually on the 3-minute that we took it. Right here. I'll have to send Methodical Man a message and see why he's not streaming this morning. I don't know. What do we have something going on at the 3? Oh, his internet's down again. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to have internet issues. Neither, John. We're having bad storms here today. There's this one trend line indicator that I've been using on Trading View. But man, this thing will mark out some nice trend lines for you. If you don't like drawing trend lines, this thing will put them on there for you. And I took this exact trade this morning. This is where I got the 3-minute trend. I saw it, a nice trend, drew down on the 3-minute. It gives you a target, but I don't ever follow those because I don't really trust those. I just still just trade my style of trading, but I just use the trend lines. And this is for a 3-minute trend line here. So the indicator is called TBT chart prime. Yeah, it's because he lives in a small town, John. And I think maybe a lot of their stuff might be aerial. Like where I'm at, my stuff's in the ground. So, and we're having a lot of yeah, if I ever moved to the country or if I ever moved somewhere where I couldn't get like fiber optic, because I have fiber optic where I live at here. And if I couldn't get fiber optic, that's probably something I would look into is Starlink to myself. All right, so we did hit that 80. I was thinking that we would get 600. 600 was yesterday's low so now we probably need to maybe create another bear flag, but I'm going to try to keep from over trading this morning. So this morning, 2 trades so far. 3-minute breakout here, which I was nervous about because it was at opening. And so I don't really like taking those opening trades, but we just went with it. And then then I switched over to the 1-minute chart, and I took this little bear bull flag setup here. We created a little ugly bull flag, but it still worked. Then once we broke out, this is the one that we just took for the 30 or 40 points. I don't know if it's a power issue or if it's an actual internet issue there. Like your power is probably still working. I think, like I said, it's because I'm pretty sure all their internet services are on poles. So my mom lives in the same town as a methodical man, and her internet's horrible there. Like she's like borderline, just barely better than dial up, I think. All right, here comes the pullback here. I don't know if this is going to be our 21 touch here. That would be a really nice pullback. I mean, you're talking 40 points here to the 21. Let's see. Ooh. Sometimes I'm very tempted on these evals to take these pull back in between the EMAs, but we're going to try not to do that today. Whew. Wow. We may just get the rocket ship up. This is also whatchamacallit time. The macro time. Very small gap here. I don't know if it's to me this looks like this could be a possible little bear flag here. This is just one micro, guys. This is all this is. So we're risking like 20 bucks on this trade to make about 40. I was hoping we'd get a dip down to the 21 EMA is what I was hoping for here. Like, this is not something I'd go over leverage or more than, this is just, like I said, very, very small amount. All right, looks like we're going to push up. I'm just right at the top of this fair value gap here. Looks like our gap's kind of holding up too. I thought once we got this push here, it would continue. I thought we'd get a better push off of this candle here. If this one can't push down, we may close it just because I don't really want to sit in this for multiple pushes. All right. We'll stay in this for like $16. All right. So it got it. I was a little nervous about that. So there's your 20 touch. Broke that flag. Woo, look at that nice 20 bounce. That was a nice rip off the 20 there. 40 points rip off of that freaking 21 EMA there. That was nice. That's why we were just doing one contract right above the 20 there. Because, you know, we hit the 9, we hit the 9. Then most time you hit that 9, we always want that 20. So we're able to pick up another like 35 bucks off of that. We're up 185. Here comes that 600, I bet. That 600, I feel like we could have a nice rejection off that 600. That's yesterday's low. 597. Almost. Let's see if we get some kind of reversal here. I bet you we do, but you almost need to have a resting order to get like maybe possibly 10 points off of this. There's your 10 points. Let's see if it continues farther down. Well, what a rip off the 21, guys. Insane. Ooh. So we're at yesterday's close here at 6:04. Just kind of looking at ah. Just kind of checking out the different time frames and see what the yeah, it looks like we're just gonna have to sit around and wait a little while before the next setup, guys. Oh man. Man, there's that yesterday close. That's what we rejected off. That would have been a insane. Mm. Mm. Yeah, that's what Constantine was saying. Oh my goodness. We got up like 20 points, guys. Dang it. I was shooting for like a little bit more. I may control one micro here. So it'll be a break-even trade. So if I lose this trade, it'll be like the same as that last trade that we just won. It'll just take the points off of that. All right, here we go. Second push. We got it. Woo. Yeah. I know, damn it. I only took $50 because I was in that trade at 70 that morning. I took it off the 3-minute break, Methodical Man. I was so annoyed. This here was a 3-minute break. It wasn't clean because the candles are so massive. Oh, dude, I got in at 370. I left it's like went up 200 points. I bet you there's a lot of points going to be left over here, but the reason why I just took the 20 points there, I didn't want to battle the 200. I didn't want to battle the pivot. We can come back and look at it here if we can get through this session mid. Yeah, I'm up 236 right now. And that's just trading 1 to 2 micros. So pretty good off just a few micros. Yeah, so this is what I was looking at too. Like, it didn't put the trend line here for you, and it was only one touch. That was the only downfall of this, but I just figured we needed a pullback today. We were also getting underneath that trauma because we were breaking that trauma also. I wish I had gotten short from up here at yesterday's open and close because that's where we pulled all the way back from. So here's the ES Methodical Man on the 3-minute. So, this morning I was watching the ES too. This is why I got long at 370. I saw it literally just blowing past that 620, that Manzini bull bear line again. Like I said, we paper handed that thing so hard for $50. I'm so annoyed. I'm still kind of annoyed about it. I can't believe we left that much on the table this morning. But, those early morning trades always scare me. Oh, sweet. Nice on the payout with Apex. So we got the 15-minute opening here. Looks like maybe a little bull flag set up. We touched the 200, the VWAP, and the 21 EMA. So this is why I wanted to get out of that trade before it got into this mess down here, because there's a lot going on right here. Is that a long or short? Oh, a long. I see it. I see it. We got the 5-minute pulled up over here on Trading View. Java likes the shorts. Yeah, he was only saying Java on this one. If he was talking about this Romney candle right here, your body would need to close above 31 here. You would need to have your body back up here. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of room to the downside today. Ooh, I don't know. We're above that 5-minute trauma at the 27s. Let's see, it's 27 holds. Did you hop in long on that candle? Oh, that's technically one, but it's sketchy. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I see. I don't like those Romney candles in pullbacks. I prefer it to been like a candle up at the top up here. Well, we may do it off 2 micros then with you. 2 micros. 2 micros. If we can't get above this 50 here, we may, I don't want it to come back below 40. If it comes back below 40, we may close it. All right, we're going to go to break even because we're up about 10 points already. Well, actually, no, we'll just keep our risks super small. Like I said, just about $16. What's that? $4 times 8. So $30. So we're in this trade for 30 bucks. All right, going to break even. We're up 15 points. All right, first target. Woo. All right, we're going to still stay in this trade for about 20 bucks here. One micro, I'm not going to be greedy for 1 micro, guys. I'd rather take 40 points if I can hit my 40 points up here. Wait, 30 points. Is that right? Wait, 58, 68, 78. Yeah, 88. So we'll take our 44 points, or 40 points. We're going to go to break even because I don't want to get up 25 points. watch the 68 on the ES. Well, we still got some room here. I think below 60 I'll close. At least we don't give up all the profit here. All right, we'll just take the 10 points. We're just trying to hold on to our profit today, guys. So we're just keeping it small. We're actually doing pretty good. We're just over here scalping 1 and 2 micros. We're up $300 today. So pretty good day so far. Trying to trade a little bit more conservative today. We're actually moving forward. Watch it bounce off that freaking non-EMA and just rip. That's okay. And guys, this is the 3-minute chart, so that's why it's moving a little slower. Methodical Man, did you stay in that one? So back up at the highs is 693, and yesterday high is 643. So if we can get through the 600s and get some kind of entry, we'll try to take a trade up to either yesterday's high or today's high. Only on eval. Oh yeah, same here. We're still waiting on that 5-minute setup for our funded trade today. I'm thinking about taking one of my funded accounts and doing it strictly on the 3 minutes and take those 3 minutes. My setup on the 3 minutes. I mean, it looks like to me, a bear flag, honestly. Like I said, if you're looking for longs, if I was still in this long, I would be targeting these levels up here, especially if you can get above 600, 604. That's yesterday's close and yesterday's high up at 643. And I'm assuming this is either Asian or London high sitting here at 693. Uh, nice hole, methodical man. We paper handed that one again. We got a little on the nervous side. Didn't want to give no profits back. So that was another bounce off yesterday's close. We hit yesterday's close pretty much just right on the nose there. These are good levels to have if you don't like to follow a lot of messy levels in your chart. These levels usually are pretty solid. Uh, it's called just key levels by Flux Charts. And there's multiple different people who do these. The last trade, the last bounce off yesterday's close went down 90 points. Or actually went down 100 points on the first hit. So that was the bounce off the trauma line there. The trauma is sitting at 62. Let me see where the ES is at. Maybe. Okay, so the ES is at that 68 level, the one that Methodical Man brought up on the ES. So that's kind of where we're hitting off at right now. Okay. Just being patient, wait and see what happens here. We're at some of the resistant levels on the ES. Yeah, the ES right now is sitting at yesterday's open and yesterday's close. All right, there's the pop through yesterday's close. So you got the highs up there from today's highs up there at 56.95, and the ES is sitting at what 43s. I just couldn't pull it. Kind of wanted to get long off those 90 areas. Maybe we'll still get another pullback here. Kind of watching to see if the ES is going to hold that 74 level. And this is also your IBH here at the 620s. Still bouncing off of those today's open and yesterday's close here at 97 and 604. See if we lose this trauma here. 79. Wanted to be there at the 79s. Like I said, we're trading small guys, 2 micros. I wish I could have got a better fill. I wanted to get fill right there, right below the 80s. But time I hit it, it already wicked down to 72. And the reason why I said 79, 78, because that's where our trauma line is. Because I figure if we break that trauma, we should get a nice push down. This 9 EMA may hold here at the 80s. So this is kind of going to be the line in the sand here. If it starts looking bullish, we'll close this trade. I mean, we're only going to be in it for what? 2 micros, $4. So what is that? $60, $70? We're back at break even. Like I said, I wish I got a better entry on this. I'm going to take some risk off just in case it doesn't get my 20 points here. It's hitting that 60 level. All right. I mean, we got the 10 points. We just didn't get the 20 points. Oh. Ah, dang it. Come on. That one's probably going to stop us out. All right. We didn't get down there. We got fairly close, guys. Fairly close, but we didn't quite get it. Let's see what we got down to. It looks like it only offered about 10 points. There was a lot of resistance sitting there at the 60s. That's why I said I wanted to be short from the 80s. Right there at 79. But like I said, the time I hit it, it was already down at 72. So to me, I think this short, long as the 97 holds, I feel like we still can possibly move down. 97 is kind of like the line in the sand here. It's probably gonna go down because it took me out. That's the way it goes. Nope. So we're still up 250 on the day. That last trade cost us about what, $40, $30, something like that. I think 40. Now if that 604 holds, I don't know. To me, this thing still looks like a bear flag setup, but I guess we could go either way right now. Because, like I said, we still got today's high, yesterday high, all the way up there at the what 40s and 70s. And on the ES, it's all the way up at what 56.94 and 56.95. Methodical man, did you take any more trades this morning? Or was that 5 minute your last trade you took? Mm. Oh, you just passed your eval? Nice. Maybe we're just waiting for that macro time here in about 3 minutes. Because we got the IBH here. I think if we can get through the 20s, we may get a little push here above the IBH. We can stay above the, 604s and 597s. Maybe print above this gap here. Maybe there'll be a little trap to the downside before we push up here. A little pullback to the 200, the VWAP, or your session mid there. Ah, dirty close. This time we're just going to watch this short, even if we pull back to the 21 EMA. I don't know if we need to pull back to the 20 before we move up. More likely we're going to get a big breakout here or there, but don't know which way we're going to go. I mean, I honestly feel like we're going to the upside just because we're going to take out those highs from yesterday or overnight. Looks like we just got a new 5-minute candle print above that. I may try this with 2 micros here. Now this easily could pull all the way back on me, just because we're still in a range here. I was hoping, since the 5-minute printed above the 604s, 604s is probably going to be my line in the sand, 600 here. So we'll just risk 10 points on this. If it pulls back below 600s, we'll probably close it. Oh, come on. Give me the rip. Oh, I was hoping that was going to be the rip candle. Come on. At least give me 30. I chose 25 because the top of that wick to the left of us is at 30. Damn it. Could not get through the freaking whatchamacallit. The IBH here. If we get through the 620, to get through the 20s here, I feel like we might get a little pump here above the IBH. I hate that it's stalling. Like I said, 600 is going to be my line in the sand here. Oh, let me close this in case it gets below the 600s. Man, I got up 10 points, but I'm looking for a bigger move. Just the fact that we're on 2 micros. I mean, if I was in heavy, 10 points would be good with a runner, but we're trading very low risk today. So we're looking low micros, bigger moves. We're looking for, so this next move I'm going to look for, I want to go all the way up to the 40s or all the way up to the 80s on the last micro. So like I said, if we get back below the 604, 600s, I will close this trade down and just look for another entry. All right, we're bouncing. We're bouncing off the top of this fair value gap too. Still at the 600s here. It may still go up here, but I don't want to risk any more profit than we have to. Struggling a little bit to get my 20 points that we're looking for. We've been getting 10 points consistently, but the whatchamacallit, the 20 points, been struggling to get those 20 points. Nice, Java. You got your funded account back. Yeah, I started a new eval today myself. I signed a 1 agreement for my 6 funded account. Man, I was really hoping that was going to be the breakout right there. Maybe we can still look for longs. Maybe we'll just have to have a little trap to the downside here. Mm. All right, tapping the 20s again. The 20s is where your IBH there. That's where I was. That's what I was hoping for when I got in that last trade. We hit that 620, and I was hoping that we would just slingshot through those IBHs. It's probably going to be this candle, so we were just one move too early on this. That's usually the way it goes. Ah. There comes that 40 target. Maybe we can find something on the retest here. We'll see what happens. What kind of pullback we get on the retest. What's up, Outer? I might have seen this a little bit better. I should have probably been on the 1 minute chart. Had a nicer looking flag set up here. That sucks. These moves are hard to catch whenever we consolidate this long underneath the level. Java, was that on the 100K? Next time Apex has a big sale, I think I'm gonna try one of those higher amount like 100Ks. I've usually never had a lot of luck with those because I end up going tilt on those and over leveraging. Ooh, look at that nasty pullback. Hopefully no one got long at the top. Well, you gotta wait for the pullback on this. If you're trying to play this IBH play, you gotta wait. You want to wait for the pullback and make. I'm not really a big person at putting resting orders either. Man, my charts are acting. All right, so if we get through the 20s, we could look at possible a bounce off the 84s here at the 50 EMA. Oh, goodness. You need the 604s to hold up here. 604s, 6097s if you're still looking for longs. All right, let's see if that 84 gets touched here. No setups today. Yeah, I haven't had any funded account setups today myself. We're still just kind of waiting on those. I didn't know if we would get another breakout above this IBH here. Thank you, Outer. Still struggling a little bit to get through these 20s. We're playing this this IBH here. Come on, print above it. Print above it. Want to keep a tight stop loss on this. Nah. Try it one more time here. Back below 620, we will close this trade down. So 620 is my line in the sand here. Had to close it. The IBH let me down, guys. The IBH let me down. That thing just literally wigged me out to move up, what it looks like. All right, so there's really nothing to do here. We were trying to take this trade off of the IBH here, but did not get it. So right now we're still just kind of bouncing at the 43s. We get above 43s, then we could probably make a push up to the 700s. We got a nice little 1 minute liquidity to the downside at the moment. Yeah, there's nothing worse than getting wicked out of plays when you know we're going back up to the 40s. That is the spot to get through here. 44s, 43s. I was waiting to see if we have some kind of bounce here because got that session mid all the way down there because we could easily. That's your 50-minute EMA there. There's the 90. $97 will be my line in the sand here. Because we still got plenty of room to the upside. I was hoping we'd clear out some of these little wicks down here. Thought that was going to be the candle. Not liking the push down here. I either want it to go or don't go. You know what I'm saying? As long as it stays below this 50 EMA, I'll hold because it could go back up to the 20s up here. And we just printed a new 5-minute candle. $93. So anything above 93, we're closing. Damn. Dude, don't tick me. That's gonna suck. God. That thing literally just what was that level? Tick me. I don't know what that was. Man, I should already be out of this trade. All right, we're going to close it. We should already been out of that trade. We may try to re-enter on a retest of the man, I hate it. I got literally one ticked on that one. It missed our profit by just a few ticks. Wow, that thing just moved down to trap us to move back up. All right, it looks like we're about to rip here. All right, there we are back above the so that was a rip back above our IBH there. Man, I got trapped so hard down here. All we can do is sit here and watch this, guys. And this thing's ripping. Yeah, target is 690s up there. I didn't know if we would get some kind of pullback here. Nope. And this thing's just running. Like I said, probably the target they're going for is at 693 up there. That sucks. It took what 4 times to get through the IBH this morning before we just had some crazy rip, but missed that one by a lot. These are the kind of like moves that you expect on your IBH in the mornings. Also, 594 is on the ES there. 94 and 95. And that would be yesterday's high and today's high. So are we just going to sell through that? Holy crap, we did. And I was thinking, well, I was thinking you might get a pullback there off of the 97s. Ooh, that thing just ripped through that 97, guys. I was definitely thinking we'd get some kind of pullback here. Dude, the ES is just straight up ripping. Wow. This thing's like, hold my beer. We're going to keep going. I swear I thought we would get some kind of rejection there at the 90s fours. Just because, you know, the 90s, we always get some kind of rejection. But, man, did not get much rejection at all. So you would think, being the whole number here, that the ES would finally pull back some? Or the NQ? Yeah. Are they both at the 700? Yeah, they're both at the 700. Usually hit the 710s, we'll get a pullback to the 90s here. Hmm. Man. All right, guys. So right now, kind of no setup. All we can do is just kind of sit here and watch. All right, there was the 10. There's the 90 pushback. Let's check the different time frames and see if there's any kind of setup on these things. Nope. Really, our last good setup was all the way back down at the 370s from this morning. So we took this breakout here this morning, even though unfortunately, we only capitalized 10 points off of it out of a 200-point move. But this has really been the only actual setup this morning. Well, all right, so we got another 3-minute setup happening here. I'm gonna take this 3-minute once that breaks. See something on the 5 minutes here. Nope. Check the 2 minutes. Nope. Well, all right. It looks like a short on the whatchamacallit, the 3 minutes. Had one of those, whatever those candles are called. All right. That's kind of what we're waiting on for right now, guys. The only the only thing I hate about this is all this consolidation on here. So it's not a clean looking oh wait a minute. That's the wrong that's why it looked weird. I was on the wrong time frame. All right. All right. I feel like that would be a somewhat of a nice break. The fact that it would be back below the 620s. Man, it's like, are we just gonna go up the rest of the day? I haven't even really looked to the left and see what we got to the left of us. Oh yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna go. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab something to drink while we're waiting. So right now, like I said, we're just kind of waiting to see if this 3-minute candle pay out. It'd be nice if it does, like if it does close out, if it's just right below the IBH here, then this way we can make a nice little run down to the 80, be your first target, just right before that 50 EMA. So we'll just have to see what happens. It could continue going up. We don't know. They could just be waiting to see what happens with the, I guess we have Trump news this evening at 3 or 4 for the, I guess, tariff news. So I haven't really kept up with that very much, but I've just heard people talk about it. But I'll be right back. I'm just going to leave my stream up and just kind of wait and see what happens here. mic back up. Let's see. The volume looking good. All right. I'd like to see us get through those 43s. We got Tesla's up today. I don't usually ever follow any Tesla stock. I hardly ever follow any stocks. Now we're just kind of looking to see if we can get below these 43s here. Constantine, he's actually not quitting. What it's called is, I saw something on that the other day. He actually doesn't work for Deutsche. His contract's only for like 130 days. So since he's not a government employee, he only can stay 130 days. So that's why he's leaving. Wait a minute. Let me answer this phone real quick.